Do you guys know that Panama's in shambles right now? We don't know if we're gonna be able to go back to Panama.
This thing is freaking nuts. Don't come. Stay back there. Stay there. Don't come.
Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to our grand adventure of traveling to 48 states in 48 days. Today is day 31 and we are still in state number 29. This morning we woke up in Colorado in some absolutely gorgeous BLM land. We watched the sun rise and just soaked up the entire morning with Alyssa. Because our time together was so short, we just wanted to take full advantage and just spend the whole morning and early afternoon together.
Listen up here, you naughty boy. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna give you my all here. Let's see. Oh! Come on, naughty boy. Oh, naughty.
We've been chilling out, having one of our favorite mornings on the road for a few reasons. Number one of the most beautiful campsites I've ever been in my life.
100%.
Number two, we're not at Walmart, which is just fantastic. Number three, we're not at a gas station, which is also fantastic.
Yes. And we've been spending it with beautiful Alyssa, which has just been extra fantastic.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
We tried to convince her to sleep in our Airstream on like the bed, but she slept in her Land Cruiser, 1994.
1994 Toyota Land Cruiser FZJ80, baby.
Woo!
The question is, was with all those numbers at the end, was it comfortable?
Yes. I started off living in an unconverted bus, so this just feels like a dream. So this is a no build right now. We're roughing it, okay? But just feel the magic with me, would ya? I mean, look at this. This is like a 5-inch memory foam. Memory foam mattress.
5 inches.
5 inches. And it like folds up. So like if I want more space, you know, if I want to like host more friends.
Yeah, totally.
Sadie just decided to put her makeup on for the day.
She's
She
camera ready.
put her blush on this morning.
She's like, oh wait, we're filming? I gotta get ready.
I gotta get ready.
The dirt level on Sadie's shirt is an indication of the amount of fun she's been having this morning.
That's right. That's right. We also built a campfire, so you know that's dirty business.
Yeah.
Come on in. Okay, well, come on in. This is my fridge.
That's bigger than the one we had in the bus.
It's like it's actually really big, and it doesn't require any ice. What do you think of the bed? Is it comfy? Yeah.
So you cooked us some delicious eggs this morning, but what did you cook your eggs on?
Please come to my kitchen. This is my sink. Here we go. The old school Coleman 2-burner stove works like a charm.
Alyssa made us duck eggs this morning and just came with this like beautifully cooked meal. And it's like, I don't understand where you cooked that. And now we know.
Hey, girl, what are you doing?
We've been camping out here for almost 24 hours with Alyssa, having a freaking blast.
It's been awesome.
She does this all the time. So she also has a house in Colorado. She's building it all on her own. If you guys want to check her out, the channel name is Regretless.
Yes.
We'll put it in the description below.
I think she's on her way to. Are you going to Texas?
This is Sadie's new best friend. There's no one on the phone. This is all just make believe.
Hello. Hello, Dada. And Mama's here.
I feel like I could talk with that girl for hours, and I genuinely was pretty bummed when we had to say goodbye and part ways. So we packed up the Airstream, said our goodbyes, and we hit the road because we are on a mission, you guys. We are starting to head east, and we still have some states to hit up. So today we are actually going to be heading towards Texas, which will be our 30th state, but we have a long way to go. It's gonna be a pretty intense day of driving today. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish.
While we travel, we're hiding a bag of the rarest coffee in the whole world in each state. And today, right now, we're hiding a bag in Colorado. I don't know what's more impressive, this view or this sign that's behind me. There's the spot, you guys. A little prickly and a little steep around here, so make sure you be careful. But good luck, Colorado. You guys enjoy that bag of coffee. Our next destination, our next state, is the great state of Texas. In leading up to this journey, so many people told us, how are you gonna do this, especially with massive states like Texas? We got a plan. Quick mileage check for the trip. I really wish I started an odometer right when we started the trip, but our odometer was just at 15,000 miles when we started, and now we're at 22,400. So that means we've driven over 7,000 miles. on this trip so far. And we're averaging 12.2 miles per gallon. Not awful. For pulling a 28-foot Airstream, man, I'm pretty proud of this truck for doing that.
Which is so crazy to think about, because when I was tracking my mileage, when I was driving my little Honda Civic back in the day, and I used to drive a lot. I even drove for Uber for a few months back in the day. I averaged at 10,000 miles a year, which I think is pretty typical for like the average driver. And we're gonna be doing that in like a month and a half, which is just madness.
But hands down, the most impressive part is the fact that Sadie has just been crushing this road trip. I feel like this girl is just meant to be on the road. And that's something that I'm gonna have to reason with, and that I feel like as she gets older and becomes more independent, it's definitely gonna be hard for me, but it's definitely gonna have to be something I'm aware of.
So this is our route for today, and it basically looks like we're gonna be going through no man's land this whole time. We might be going through like one or two tiny little towns. I don't even know if we could technically call them towns, which in a way it is really nice and peaceful and beautiful, just wide open space. It's a nice time to just kind of go a little introspective and reflect. Say hi, cows.
Hi, cows.
Say I love you, cows.
Love you.
It's actually really funny because this morning Jordan and I looked at each other and we were like, wait a second, wasn't daylight savings just this morning? We didn't even realize, and we had both like kind of slept in a little bit, and then
We didn't feel any extra rested.
we didn't
either.
feel any rested, and we gained an hour.
It's
And
part of living with a child. That's part of having a child, is you're kind of just,
always tired.
but something switches. It's like the parent brain, like, it's like, oh, I can be tired.
Yeah, you get very okay with being tired.
Wait. A town. Honey, look. A town.
That is not a town.
Oh.
That is definitely not a town.
It's this is how life is nowadays. We get excited about a couple buildings.
The golden hour is just like so beautiful and perfect right now on this ride. That is one good thing about having just like wide open plains on a sunset drive. It's just the sunsets are out of this world. Man, I gotta say, I am not a fan of daylight savings. It's only 5 o'clock and the sun is basically already gone. So we probably only have like 20 minutes here at the park, making a little pit stop for Sade Babe. We got another hour of driving to go after this, but I think I'm gonna whip us up some leftovers. Thank goodness I got some leftover curry from last night, so easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's go move our bodies a little bit. Are you excited? Yeah? You ready to go?
No people are going inside.
You don't want the people to go on the side?
Yeah.
Okay, you just want the side for yourself.
Yeah.
All right, let me go get your shoes, okay? See what you got, honey.
I feel like we all gotta move our bodies a little bit.
Sade's at the age now. I feel like it really started kicking in on this trip, but she is Miss Independent. I feel like she's really been pushing her limits lately at the park, where she just wants to like climb up every ladder, go on every like big kid part of the park. I feel like I go through these phases of being like really inspired to try new recipes. But man, it's been a hot minute since I made curry. And that is like the easiest, most delicious, nutritious thing I feel like to make in bulk so that you have leftovers. And it truly is much better the second day around. I never expected myself to be a 5 p.m. coffee drinker, but here I am. All done?
Yeah.
One thing that we haven't even really shared much through this whole journey is not only are we traveling to 48 states in 48 days. Sorry, I think I have chocolate. Do I have chocolate in my mouth?
You do, but it's all right. Do you guys know that Panama's in shambles right now? We don't know if we're gonna be able to go back to Panama. I mean, our flight is out on November 20th, and right now, there's no gas.
Yeah.
We'll explain a little bit more while we're driving.
Well, honey, we have officially made it to our first Toot Totem.
What do you know about Tootin' Totem?
Not a whole lot, but they got cheap as heck gas here. $2.96.
Oh yeah, baby. $87.55 to fill up. You guys have seen me pay more than double than that to fill it before. So Panama right now full protest. Streets are locked down. Very few people have gas. Very few people have propane. A lot of people don't have food or limited amounts of food. And obviously that's a big deal for us too, even being here in the States. But I mean, we have a farm down there. We have family down there. Our closest friends down there. And we have a business that runs out of there. Basically, the current Panamanian government signed a contract that gave a Canadian mining company the authority to start searching for metals and mining metals all throughout the Panamanian country. And the people are saying, hey, this is super unconstitutional. And that's really the root of a lot of the protests that are happening right now.
Because, dude, it's pretty hard having limited gas to go to town. Supermarket, we're already starting to see the aisles are like empty. Toilet paper was gone the first day.
No meat.
Today we had to buy some illegal gas. I ended up paying $120 for 10 gallons of gas. This thing is freaking nuts. Don't come. Stay back there. Stay there. Don't come.
So we've been getting a lot of updates from our people down in Panama, especially Rodrigo. He's been keeping up tabs with us with what's going on in the farm and, of course, just all of these protests right now. This is definitely by far the worst we have ever seen, even though we're not physically there. Like, from what everyone is telling us, this is by far the worst we've seen. And there is not an end in sight yet. So obviously there is some concern about our flights back. There may be a chance of having to push our flights and wait until things settle down to go back down there, because it just seems like going back in 2 weeks, if things are still the same, just does not sound like a good idea. Hi, baby. We made it to Texas, honey.
One of the most intimidating states right behind California. But you guys, we're gonna cheat with Texas. We're just gonna be clipping the top, baby. Just that little thing that sticks out up top.
The panhandle, baby.
We're just touching it. So for all you Texans that are hoping to get some coffee down in El Paso and Austin and everywhere else, we can't get down there, you guys. I'm sorry.
And even though we're probably only going to be in Texas for a day, I'm thinking tomorrow we're going to have to find a way to find some good old Texas barbecue, because I feel like we can't go to Texas without getting some barbecue. Here we are. We made it, baby.
It's a little bit eerie out here. Slight smell of manure. And I guess I just don't know what to expect from northern Texas. I haven't really spent too much time here, but at the end of the day, we have full hookups. We have a 50 amp plug. We have a water line plugged in. We have a sewer plugged in, which basically means we have a full house, just a lot smaller. But we have all the electricity that we could want and all the water we could want, which is incredible. But to wrap up this story about Panama, are we concerned? Yes. Sometimes does it make me feel like buying land in Panama, like there's a little bit of regret there? Kinda. I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say no. This is the third time that this has happened. It's not a place that you want to go right now, where there's no gasoline. There's a gasoline black market of people who are illegally importing it. There's no propane. Food is scarce. It's just desperate times. And especially when you have a baby, it's not a place that you want your home to feel comfortable, you know? You don't want to have to worry about there not being any food. You don't want to worry about not being able to drive your car or being able to leave if you have to because all the roads are closed. I think protests already create somewhat of an uneasiness, and I know they're very popular all around the world, but there's something unique about how Panama works, because there's just like one main road, and if you shut that road down, it basically it takes away everything from everyone. So yeah, there's a little bit of concern about going back there and how things are going to look when November 20th rolls around and it's time to go back. So we're just going to keep our eye on it. Kind of wanted to give you guys this update because our future might be looking different. I don't know how different. But all we can keep doing is pushing back east, because we're coming to the final stretch. We still have 18 states left to go to in 16 days? This is gonna be a challenge for sure. But we're gonna do the absolute best we can to get back up to the roastery, to get back up to Stowe, Vermont by November 20th. So we love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.